there is a place available to all of us that can offer a peace that passes all understanding. Now, the words of the following passage are also inspired not only generations and generations, but an early groovy group called the Byrds, B-Y-R-D-S, who popularized folk rock. Now, these two have a podcast called Derringer Discoveries, and if I am going to have anybody fact-checking, they're going to call me out on this. But this group in the 60s not only covered this words from Ecclesiastes, but also the works of Bob Dylan and originals, and they rolled out some membership to include David Crosby. For all you little kids out there, Google him later, but you'd be appreciative. Your mom and dad certainly like to teach your parents well. So, let us get on, pun for all you oldies out there. So let us begin with a text written in a translation that is to be inclusive. And here we go. Ecclesiastes 3. There is a time for everything, a season for every purpose under heaven. A season to be born and a season to die. A season to plant and a season to harvest. A season to hurt and a season to heal. A season to tear down and a season to build up. A season to cry and a season to laugh. A season to mourn and a season to dance. A season to scatter stones and a season to gather them. A season for holding close and a season for holding back. A season to seek and a season to lose. A season to keep and a season to throw away. A season to tear and a season to mend. A season to be silent and a season to speak. A season to love and a season to hate. A season for hostilities and a season for peace. The wisdom writer continues, what do workers gain from their efforts? I have reflected on this while learning all the kinds of work God gives to humankind. God has made everything in harmony with the divine, yet although the Almighty has imbued eternity in our soul, we are unable to grasp the totality of God's work from beginning to end. What I do know is that what is best for us is to be happy and enjoy life as long as we live. And God's gift to us is to eat and drink and be merry and find fulfillment in our work. I understand that whatever God does will endure for eternity. Nothing can be added to it. Nothing can be taken away. God makes it this way to keep reverence for the sacred alive in us, in each of us. That which is has always been, that which is to be has already been, and God calls the past back into existence. The teacher's words have often been seen as contradictory to the typical pulpit polity of God as the fixer of all things, and bad things only happen to bad people who deserve bad things to happen to them. And once you're in the God club, everything works out beautifully. In fact, it's one of the few books in the Old Testament that early Christian church debated even keeping in the Old Testament. Writes one commentator, like the book of Job, it refuses to dodge the hard questions of life, and it doesn't allow for easy solutions. Now that's a bummer. When reading the book of Ecclesiastes, one finds the teacher's initial quest of seeking the source of everlasting happiness and satisfaction and joy. But as the beat goes on, Sonny and Cher reference, he finds, honestly, that there are times when being hope-filled is just an aspirational goal at best, because life, as glorious as it can be, can also be very, very hard. To be all that we are called to be, loving, grace-filled, compassionate, empathetic, and hopeful creatures, requires us to choose to do so. The teacher, through his ups and downs in dictation, or it is likely it was a student who penned the words of the text. In this chapter, this wisdom offers sage advice, also as good for us today as it was 3,000 years ago. Writing to his peers, those writers of the Psalms, we were never intended to be alone. The Creator Spirit has always been with us and in us and around us. In fact, if there is a purpose under heaven, it is found in our interdependence on one another, the swirling togetherness of creation's diversity. The hope we seek, the love we are called to share is found in one another. For as it was written just in the following chapter after that which I first read, two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. The cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. It is your choice. I hope you choose your best self. But even if you don't, even if you stumble sometimes, you still matter. You all matter. You have a purpose. And my friends, no matter what, we are all worthy of love. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And it's a time to every purpose under heaven. The hat changes. I'm now your server. Words from one who had lived long, prospered, and anti-prospered. He had seen lives and loves come and go. Still, he knew 2 are better than 1. 3 cords are harder to break. The finest way to get through life comes from you and me lifting our spirits together. Words that inspired not only the birds, but another one who in our tradition celebrate and remember each week at what we call the welcome table. Now, I know that there are many here who might be familiar with what some call the Lord's Supper, Eucharist, Communion. It's a familiar table of grace and remembrance and inspiration to us. But for those less familiar, I'm going to keep it simple today. It's a place where a symbolic meal is shared. Companions throughout the seasons of life gather. Something that companions, which the definition, the context here now means literally breaking bread together, have been doing so since the beginning of breaking and baking bread. It's our choice to gather with companions and break bread together. And though it means something different to each person sitting here, whether you're part of the same tradition, faith tradition, fraternity, lift the spirit choir, even if it is a different understanding of it, we still know we gather together and we share a meal. It is in the spirit of welcome and choice that this meal of grace is comprised, as you've already heard, of gluten-free, vegan, alcohol-free elements. You want to eat it and drink it, and you're not allergic to it, please take part. You don't have to take part if you just want to observe. Whatever you choose, we welcome. So together, when we remember that while Jesus sat with his companions at this Passover table over 2 millennia ago, as did his ancestors, he took bread and he blessed it and he broke it. And he said, whenever you're sitting together, I want you to remember those lessons that I've taught you. Do this in remembrance of me. And in the same way, he raised his cup and he blessed it and he gave thanks for it. And he said, take and drink this, forever remembering the love that has been shared with you. Go forth and share it with others. Now, I'm going to ask the folks that are going to help share these, pass out these elements to come forward now. There are 4 of them. And I'm going to give a little bit of instruction for all of you. So what happens here is we're going to have a person in the center on each aisle, on each side, and a person at the end. And starting, now if you don't want to do this, I'm looking at the front row. You guys are on with me. We're all looking at you now. But if you don't want to take that, it's okay, but just take the tray from them and serve the person next to you. So the first person on each row, when our assistants come to you, will serve this, and you will pass it along and serve your neighbor. Get it? Breaking bread together. You have within here the bread and the cup. When you're done with that cup, well, if you want to take it home and put it on it as a keepsake, you sure can. But we're asking that you just simply put it on the table nearest to you. Now, I'm going to also, this time, we're going to take one tray at a time, friends. I'm going to also invite my friend Ashley to come back up here, and she's going to direct us in a very singable song that's quite fitting. When your mouth is full, you don't have to sing. But we're going to also have some help, a tutorial from the back as well, and a beautiful song that I think you will enjoy. We always do sing communion. Your mom and dad said probably don't sing at the table. We encourage it here. still serving some communion, so my husband, who is the cutest pastor's wife to be found, I'm going to let him off the hook here, but I'm going to have to find his notes. He does multitask because he has to deal with 14 personalities in this one body. But I do need some notes, and I'm going to walk back and get them from him. Look at us being all calm, cool, and collected in the midst of chaos. See what I tell you? The peace that passes all understanding will keep your hearts and minds together. If not, I'd be losing it about right now. Where's it go? Thank you. It's on page 12, right? So we have an incredibly talented liturgist not that grew up here, but he lives somewhere in Wisconsin. His name is Thomas Schumann. And we are grateful for his words, well, quite frankly, almost every Sunday here when we share them. So now that you've had your snack, it's time for us to collect the offering. You didn't know there was going to be a tab involved, did you? So that's not anything that Thomas Schumann wrote, by the way. But he writes, "To God, who alone is holy, we offer our gifts, our lives, our compassion, our service to others, and to creation care. We ask that all we offer is blessed so that we might be blessings of hope, peace, and grace in Christ's holy name." Now, there are many of you who know this song, and we have a lot of participants, and we have our fine Paul Johnson who's going to lead us in quite a familiar song, and I think we have a few people that might be helping us out with the opening.
Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say that you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. No way can be that you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Let's go back to the love now. Ready? Love. Nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's no way you can be. It's the way you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Let's do it again, guys. 2, 4. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. One last time, everybody, now. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. And we'll wrap it up. Love is all you, anybody hit high? Need.
against this mountainside, across the sea into my soul. It reaches into where I cannot hide, setting my feet upon the road. My heart is old, it holds my memories. My body burns a dim light flame, somewhere between the soul and soft machine is where I find myself again. Carrier lays on down the road that I must travel. Carrier lays on through the darkness of the night. Carrier lays on where I'm going, will you follow? Carrier lays on a highway in the night. When I was young, I thought of growing old, of what my life would mean to me. Would I travel down my chosen road? I only wish what I could be. Carrier lays on down the road that I must travel. Carrier lays on through the darkness of the night. Carrier lays on where I'm going, will you follow? Carrier lays on a highway in the night. Whoa. We're the New Dominions. We are UVA's oldest all-gender a cappella group. We are so excited to be back for our 8th Loads of Love. If you like what you hear, you can find us at New Dominions on all social media. We also have our 35th anniversary concert this year. That'll be on April 12th in McLeod Hall, which is in like the nursing school at UVA. So just if you have any interest, we'd love to have you all. We love being here. We have 3 more songs for you.
Having fun, cracking your wrist and the one show. We're running out of toothpaste and the lights don't work on the window. It's too late and I tighten the grip to your backbone. phone's out of charge, but we still have a laugh with your headphones. And it's strange, I think I met you at the right time. It don't faze me, though I don't focus on the straight line. You know I think too much about this, but I like how you like that I might do. Traffic jams and round trips, so I fight just to find that I like to. You keep on coming around, I'm always missing the sound, the dancing over the silence. You know I think too much about this, but I like how you like that I like you. Can't sit still, cause I'm checking the smoke out the chimney. Don't leave my side, cause I'm nervous to switch off the TV. And it's strange, I think I met you at the right time. It don't faze me, though I don't focus on the straight lines. You know I think too much about this, but I like how you like that I might do. Traffic jams and round trips, so I fight just to find out I like to. You keep on coming around, I'm always missing the sound, the dancing over the silence. You know I think too much about this, but I like how you like that I like you. Baby names call me strange, something pains and call me late, or tight walls, but I never wanna leave you. World news, fuzzy views, out of snooze and comfy shoes, mental suffocation, but I think I learned to breathe you. Neighbors probably wondering what the noise is, we'll just try to avoid it, raising both our voices. Point is, take my soul with you. You know I think too much about this, but I like how you like that I might do. Traffic jams and round trips, so I fight just to find that I like to. You keep on coming around, I'm always missing the sound, the dancing over the silence. You know I think too much about this, but I like how you like that I like you.
I don't always have the strength. I'm so afraid to show fault. Some words don't endure through time. Some stay deep in a vault. That's where I look for your approval. 'Cause I have a job to do. So when I need to seize the moment, I'm just reaching for you. Girls are taught to be quiet. You taught me to be loud. And there is golden silence. Don't you go shut it down. I hear, let it go, let it be. I hear your voice telling me there's power in now. Make me proud. You don't need blood to be family. You just sing Chantilly lace. No hesitation, no moments wasted. Girls are taught to be quiet. You taught me to be loud, and there is golden silence. Don't you go shut it down. I hear, let it go, let it be. I hear your voice telling me there's power in now. Make me proud. Well, I'll make you proud. Proud, proud. I'll make you proud. I'll make you proud. Girls are taught to be quiet. You taught me to sing loud, and there is golden silence. Don't you go shut it down. Let it go, let it be now. I hear your voice telling me there's power in now. I'll make you proud.
do this every year. I mean, you guys, what? So, who here, I'm going to make you stand up. You don't have to say your name. We're not going to put name tags on you, but we're going to harass you later. But we're going to give you something left to say, like, oh, my name's Fred. So at least when they ask you, what's your name? That's, what's your major? So, if you are a newbie to the New Dominions, could you please stand? So a charge to you. You got to keep coming back. Or you can have a seat. Okay, second year. And I used the right term, didn't I? So, well, you already know, right? Right? You're here. You didn't run away. You did come back. So it's really good to have you back. And thank you for that. Take a seat. Third years. Were you just kidding? Is that what you said a minute ago? Or that guy? For some reason, I thought you stood up for yourself. So, okay, well, I already know. But like, wow, next year, like, you gotta roll it in. You just gotta do the recruiting, right? Yeah, because this has got to keep going. You can't break the 35-year roll, right? All right, you can take a seat. Fourth year. Have the doo-wop guy, like you're like. It's great to be able to see the faces, and I'm gonna. So Nancy goes, Colleen, the potatoes. Potatoes need to cook a little longer. You have a new oven. It's got a new temp. It's not hot as me, that's for sure. So, but this is what I want to tell you in the story. Is that the first year we had a couple there now. They have moved away. They're retired elders of the congregation. And when we said, "Hey, we're going to have the New Dominions come," they said, "Oh, our son was one of the founding members." So that first time they came, their son's last name is Alt. He performed with the group. Because they did Kyrie example, I think they did that, and I think Africa. So he performed with the group, that first group. Do you remember? I know there are plenty that are here. So it's just incredible to see how like things intertwine. So never think that, as I've said, and I say it over and over here, that you matter in your place. Stepping into those places of maybe feeling a little uncomfortable, or, man, my voice doesn't count. It does. It counts. And this world needs beautiful voices. And that doesn't mean that you can carry a tune, because my husband has an incredible voice, but it's not a singing one. You got something to do, and we are so grateful. And so if we can also give a big thank you to Lift the Spirit Choir sitting in the back. I do have, we have a benediction, but I'm going to give you some instructions because I like to boss people around. So the dips are in the back. So what we're going to do, huh?
We're the dips.
You say what? You're the dips. You know, whenever David shows up, I need a snare drum. So, so thank you. And oh, I got you right here. Oh, would you just follow me around everywhere? Most Sundays I have about 75 puns somehow included, or at least a few musical lines from musicals that are involved. So, but what we're going to do is we will, we have this big competition every year. Some of you are aware of it, and that is a dip duel, where we have our church members, and now actually we have a guest dip chef from the Lift Your Spirit Choir. She says she has the best dip ever. So wow. What happens is if you win, you have to join the church. So I hope it's not that good. Or maybe we'll just let you win then. So anyway, so we have the officers of the New Dominions. They're the judges, and it is a blind judge. I mean, they're not blind, but they don't know who did it. They know what they're eating. They know what they're putting in their mouth, right? And then they make the decision every year. There's one savory and one sweet winner. Savory wins this nice cast iron heart-shaped pan. Hot and sizzling. Thank you. Sweet gets sparkly. So this is the winners. It's a great thing. And if you don't like the people, we're not letting you have the pan. So we're going to have, in fact, I'm going to have the 3 judges, now we'll all know who they are, go meet Miss Colleen Vickers in the back. And she's going to give you... No slipping bills. What? Oh, and she's giving us a thumbs up. See, she said, keep it going. So look what I've done. A little bit longer. Okay, 15 more minutes. I'm just kidding. But we're going to let it go. So this is what we're going to do. So they're going to do that. And what we're going to do after we do our benediction is I'm going to encourage you, we're going to have the dip announced, who wins announced. So it's going to give you a little bit of time to mingle. Obviously, for those who've been here before, we are not going to let you leave unless you eat food. So you can turn your chairs around when I'm done here and make yourself comfortable. You can move around. We can mix it up a little bit if we want. I mean, we could, so you can get to meet some folks. If you have children and you want to get them so they can eat food too, that's great. So we have a baked potato bar. Yes, DJ Vickers.
I think it should be noted that you are the undefeated dip champion and you did not even participate this year.
I did participate. I am not in the contest. But there are 2 dips back there with my name on it. So, but anyway, so I'm pretty good with the dipping. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this benediction. But before we do this benediction, so I'm also going to have the New Dominions go first to get the taters, as Mike Davis loves to call them. We have sides of vegan and regular chili to put on there. We have steamed broccoli. We have cheese. We have cheese sauce. We have all the kinds of things, sour cream to put on there, right? We encourage you to eat this food. Even bacon. So who says no to bacon unless you're a vegan? So we have gluten-free options back there. And then also then you will go and you will get yourselves a savory dip. There's plenty of them. I think we have like 8 savory dips this year and about 6 sweet dips. So that's your dessert. We have coffee that is in the kitchen, so that might be, I don't know if we're shifting it out or not. Nancy's my boss when it comes to that. We have lemonade and water. I think that's about all I'm going to say to you, other than don't leave unless you have digested some potato. Look, she gave me the thumbs up. And can we say thank you to Nancy Farish? Thank you to everybody that contributed food, but I want to thank you especially for being part of this incredible Sunday. We have so many people at home. I want to say get better, and you guys wash your hands. Let us do this benediction. Love, true love, the love by which we are called and about which Christ Jesus taught us, a love that knows no bounds and sets no limits. May we be moved
To be more loving with each person we meet.
to show more love,
To those in need.
to share our love
In ways that help make this world a better place.
Now, friends, let us get on with the Spirit's call to overload this world with love. It needs it. We give thanks for the food that's been prepared, the songs that have been shared, and the fellowship which begins right about now. God bless you. But don't leave.